The Rising Cost of a Drop, a story about petrol issues in India. Ravi was an ordinary office worker living in Mumbai. Every morning before heading to work, he would check his bike's petrol tank. Lately, that simple habit had turned into a daily worry. Not again, Ravi sighed as he looked at the fuel prices. The cost of petrol had crossed 100 rupees per liter. Just a few years ago, it was much lower. Ravi couldn't understand. Why was petrol becoming so expensive? A conversation that changed everything. One evening, Ravi met his friend Suresh, who worked in finance. "Do you know why petrol is so costly?" Ravi asked. Suresh smiled and said, "It's not as simple as it looks. Let me explain. India depends on other countries." First, Suresh said, India doesn't produce enough crude oil. We import most of it from countries like Saudi Arabia and Iraq. So, if those countries increase prices, we have to pay more? Ravi asked. Exactly, Suresh nodded. The hidden taxes. But that's not all, Suresh continued. A large part of what you pay is actually tax. Tax? Ravi was surprised. Yes, both the government of India and state governments add taxes to petrol. Sometimes taxes make up nearly half the price. Ravi was shocked. So even if oil becomes cheaper, prices may not drop much? Correct. The dollar problem. Suresh went on. We buy oil in US dollars. If the Indian rupee becomes weaker, petrol becomes more expensive. Ravi remembered hearing about this on the news involving the Reserve Bank of India. Global events matter too. Also, Suresh added, global events affect prices. For example, the Russia-Ukraine war disrupted oil supplies worldwide. So even a war far away can affect my daily life? Ravi asked. Yes, Suresh replied. That's how connected the world is. Impact on everyday life. Over time, Ravi noticed changes. Bus fares increased, food prices went up, auto drivers charged more. Everything seemed to cost more because petrol prices were rising. Ravi started using public transport more often. He even began thinking about switching to an electric scooter. A hope for the future. Suresh told him, the government is encouraging electric vehicles and alternative fuels. Maybe in the future we won't depend so much on petrol. Ravi felt a little hopeful. Conclusion. That night, Ravi looked at his bike and smiled slightly. He finally understood that petrol prices weren't just about fuel. They were connected to global markets, taxes, and world events.